Hi everybody, thanks for stopping by today. Here's Elite Engineering's E2 catch can I'm going to be installing on the ZL1 today. The base of it is quite sturdy, and the center section here comes out. It was having trouble galling. I had a little bit of a time getting it out. I did use some aluminum anti-seize in the threads around this piece, right around there, and that kept it from galling. It actually screws down very smoothly now. So the coalescing media inside is stainless steel, and it's very similar to the stainless steel Brillo pad you might find at Lowe's or Home Depot or any place you need kitchen supplies. It works on having a large surface area, and the oil droplets surface tension adheres to the surface area. They condense even further into droplets and then make their way to the bottom. So some red Loctite we're going to be putting on the screws for the mount, and that is going to ensure that it does not come off. So here we're putting it on. It does come with lock washers, but I just wanted the added assurance. There is another project I'm working on. That is also a video. So where the other end of the bracket mounts is right here. It's a 10mm screw for the radiator mount. It's long enough, plenty long enough, and we're just going to mount right there and tighten it down. And according to the service manual, item number 1 is 80 inch-pounds, only inch-pounds. So we're going to go ahead and torque that. I will be removing the oil fill cap and putting this adapter in its place for one of the ports, and it is bushed down to an AN6, and a 90-degree fitting is going to be applied there. But first we need to remove the jumper. Okay, so here's the jumper I was talking about. It's just a short piece of hose, connects the bottom to the top manifold, and it's pretty easy to take apart. It's just hard to get to, as you can see. You can take it out without removing anything that you see there, and when you get it out, that's what it looks like. There's just a little tab that you pull, and it just moves a piece of plastic out of the way, and you can just pull it right off, and that's all there is to that. Once it's off, slide a piece of hose on and to that bottom port, and we're going to measure off the middle port of the catch can for a length of hose. Now that we have that piece of hose, you take the nut portion of a fitting and you get the hose wet a little bit for a little bit of lubrication, and you push it in while twisting it, and bring the hose up, not quite up to the base of the threads, and then push the fitting into the hose and twist until you get that connected. Here's another view of the hose we were actually working on. The first one was just for demonstration purposes, but there it is connected to the middle port, and we're going to put a clamp on here, and we're going to slide it over that bottom nipple there and tighten it up. So you want to orient the clamp this way. It's better if it's on top. That's a 1/4 inch drive that I'm using with a deep socket, and I'm just very simply just going in between the belts and tightening it up. I used a screwdriver a little bit to position the clamp, and another screwdriver in the back to put some pressure on it to keep it at the right angle. And there's our first hose. So the second one's the same way. Just push the hose onto the upper nipple, measure a piece off, cut it, and then take it and get some fittings, the fittings that you need. And there we go. So we're going to screw that fitting on. And then the other end of the hose is going to get clamped to the upper nipple. And once again, the clamp goes onto the top, the actual torquing portion. This one was a little bit more difficult. I didn't get a very good shot of the installation. I was having a little bit of trouble with the camera being steady, so just jump to it being pushed up to the nipple. There's actually a step on the nipple there that you don't have to cross over that with the hose. Just push it right up to it and tighten down the clamp, just as I'm doing here. Okay, so now we're doing another exhaust port. This will be the vacuum side, and there's our adapter. And we're just going to pop that in. Have our pre-made hose from a little earlier, and we're going to cut that to length. I was just thinking some ideas there. So we just cut it, and we're going to put an end on it. And because the catch can swivels, it makes it really easy to orientate, I guess that's a word, orientate that 90 to go onto the oil fill cap adapter. So once we get this on here, you'll see what I mean. Took a long time to tighten these. It's kind of a tight fit. The hose puts up quite a bit of resistance, even with some lubrication. So here I was just checking my fittings, making sure everything was still tight, and I took it out for a test drive, made sure there wasn't any issues with the car running, and everything seemed to be pretty well. Well, this concludes the video. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, thanks for stopping by, and come see us again. Thank you, and have a good day.